All right, so if you are in the UK and you would like to get a driving license as an immigrant, I would like to walk you through on the processes, how I was able to get my license, starting from the temporary driver's license to the main driver's license. So step one, you would have to check if you can drive in the UK on your current license. What does this mean? If you were driving in your home country and you got to the UK and you still would like to drive, you may have to check, especially if you have an EU or EEA license. You can drive in the UK until you are 70 years old, but you can exchange it for a UK's license if you prefer, to leave behind your country's license. Now, if you have a license from a designated country, for instance, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, you can drive for a period of 12 months and exchange it for UK's license within 5 years of living in the UK, and for other countries that has this non-negotiable foreign license, for instance, countries such as Nigeria, my country, India, Pakistan, you can drive for just 12 months with your Nigerian license, Indian license for 12 months within the UK, but you will need to apply for a UK's provisional license and pass the UK's driving test. You can find out your eligibility for this on the gov.uk license exchange. Yes, but as an immigrant who migrated from the UK, from Nigeria, my 2 cents advice would be, if you arrived the UK for the first time and you were driving in your home country, Nigeria, elsewhere in Africa, if you have the means, I would suggest you get a car, and start driving within the first 2, 3 months, 4 months of arriving in the UK. I think that would help you a lot and save you money when it comes to paying for your driving lessons, because it's a whole lot of money. But sometimes, when people arrive to a foreign country, it takes them time, settling down, trying to understand the environment where they have arrived, especially with the rules and signs of driving in this country. It's a whole lot. I think this is one thing people consider that makes them to sometimes, they delay in getting a car. By the time they might have settled down after 5 months, 1 year, they will begin to find it a bit hard, getting a car to drive immediately. They would require extra lessons, which will start costing them a whole lot of money, but just do the right thing. Step two, you have to apply for a UK provisional driving license. So this is just the first step. Yes, especially if you need to take the UK's driving test, you need to apply for provisional driving license first. Requirements for this application, you must be at least 15 years and 9 months old. Yes, for cars, if you'll be driving a car, you must be 17. Secondly, you should have a proof of identity, passport, biometric residency permit. Thirdly, provide your UK's address. You must have lived there for a period of 185 days. And the price for this provisional license costs only £34 when you are applying directly online. You can also apply by post and you have to pay 43 if you will be going to the post office to apply for this. And steps on how to apply for this: you go on gov.uk provisional license, or you get a D1 application form from the post office and send it by email, just like I've stated. If you don't want to apply on the gov.uk provisional license, you can walk into any post office, especially with Smith, and ask for this. And then you submit your proof of identity, that's passport or BRP, and then you pay the money, receive your provisional license within 1 to 3 weeks of submission. They will send it to you. Step 3, prepare for the UK theory test. Before you can book for a practical driving license, you must have passed the theory test. And remember, the theory test lasts for a period of 2 years. Some people don't get to pass their practical test after 2 years and they have to retake it again. They have to retake their theory test again. Sometimes it's not even their fault. Getting test dates for practical tests It's something else. I know of a lady that just passed her theory test this very month, and she couldn't find a space. Currently, this is the month of March. She only saw a space in August. That's really crazy. That means about 5 months or 4 months is already gone out of her theory license, you know. So for the theory test, what are included? 50 multiple choice questions about the UK road rules. 50 multiple choice questions about the UK road rules. You need to score 43 over 50 to pass your theory test. Hazard perception test, which involves just 14 video clips and spot hazards. You will get to understand this better by the time you start reading for your theory test. And then how are you going to prepare for this? You study the highway code. You can only read this online. Use the theory test app and practice questions like the DVSA theory test kit. I have this app on my phone. When I did my theory test, you can download it from your Play Store, App Store, whichever. Yeah. Then you can watch YouTube tutorials and take mock tests before the D-Day of your theory test. All right, so booking and cost. The theory test actually costs £23 and you have to book online at gov.uk theory test. Yes, and you take the test at an official DVSA test center. I took my in Middlesbrough, Lintop Road. It depends on the city where you are. Once you put in your postcode, it will bring the nearest test centers for you to choose where you would like to do your test. Step 4, take driving lessons with a UK instructor. Yes, even if you know how to drive back in your home country, learning UK road rules and driving styles is practically essential because there are a whole lot of road signs, road markings to learn, so it's really important. You can also find a driving instructor at gov.uk find a driving instructor, but you are at best having somebody refer you, or you ask in any group, they can refer a better person or a good instructor to you. Moreover, most learners take 20 to 50 lessons, 20 to 50 lessons before the practical test. It all depends on your skills, your ability. This is why I said it is better once you arrive the UK, if you can get a car with them. Don't wait until after 5 months if you were driving in your home country. Else you might forget all the skills and start all over. Imagine paying for 50 lessons. That's a lot of money. And remember, each lesson, that's 1 hour, costs 25 to 40 pounds per lesson. Actually, I paid 35 pounds per hour and I did bulk booking. That's 10 hours, 5 lessons for 340 pounds. My money don't finish, So you have to practice with a supervisor. If you have a provisional license, you can practice with a full UK license holder, and the person must be at least 21 years old and must have been driving in the UK for the past 3 years, especially if a family or relative is teaching you how to drive, your husband or your wife. Ensure that that person is above 21 years and must have been driving, held the UK's practical license in the last 3 years. That's what it meant. Step 5, book and pass the practical theory test. Tests include show me, tell me questions. That's a vehicle testing questions. Normally they ask just 2 questions out of this. Show me, tell me questions. General driving ability, urban, rural, motorway driving, reversing maneuver, parallel parking, bare parking. These are the stuff you'll be learning in your practical driving lessons. They have independent driving for 20 minutes. These are something that will be happening in your test day. Your test lasts for a period of 40 minutes. So you have to drive independently for 20 minutes following a sat nav or road signs. This is why it is important you do this lesson. And how much does it cost for one to book for the practical test? Is only £62 on weekdays, and if you're booking it on weekends, just note this, you have to pay 75 weekend/evening. So you better book this weekdays in the daytime or during the working hours. At least you save almost £12 or thereabout. So for your practical test, you book it online at gov.uk practical test. So for the tips on how to pass your practical test, they say take at least 40 hours of lessons. 40 hours, God. One lesson is 35 pounds times 40. Your money don't finish with that. Practice mock test with an instructor. Stay calm and confident during the test. The nervousness no be here. I don't wish anybody to be nervous during their test, but it normally happens, because it's in a practical setting. Step 6, receive your full UK driving license. If you pass, the examiner will take your provisional license and the DVLA will send you a full UK driving license within 3 weeks. If you fail, you must wait until 10 working days before you rebook again. Final tips for immigrants wishing to drive in the UK. Learn UK road rules. Some might be different from your home country. Certainly. Especially like in my country, zebra crossing, some drivers do not understand that at zebra crossing, if pedestrians are there, you just have to wait for them. No, they don't understand it. But here, don't ever make a mistake of driving off when pedestrians are waiting at the zebra crossing. Take driving lessons even if you already know how to drive. So finally, you just have to be patient because getting a UK's driver's license can take several months. Yes, some people, it takes them years in this country. All right, guys, I wish all of us good luck as we prepare to do our theory test, practical test, whichever one you are doing. Congratulations in advance. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, and keep coming back for more. Bye for now.